Hi guys, so first things first, we're gonna throw our onions and our garlic in a pan. So the pan is on like a medium-high heat. We have, dice them however small you want and small pieces of garlic. We have some oil in the pan and it's a little more generous than usual because we're making a spinach dip. That smells good. Okay, so then we're gonna add some sea salt. A little bit of black pepper. And if you want, you can add powdered onion and garlic. I'm not gonna use that though. I'm gonna use some red pepper flakes. How much you use for that is also up to you. And by the way, guys, we have a new mic here, so I hope that the audio quality is even better than what it was before. And also, all the measurements are in the description, as always, along with the recipe and the ingredients. We're just gonna go ahead and let that fry up a little bit, a few more minutes, and I'll get back to you when that's done. So while that's going, we're also going to preheat our oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, so that's good enough for now because it's going to continue to cook with the spinach. So I'm just going to push all of that to one side, and I'm going to add in the spinach. And try not to make a huge mess of it like me. It's gonna wilt down a lot while it's cooking. And just cut it up to whatever size you prefer. And we're just gonna let that wilt down. It only took about 3 minutes or so. We're gonna let that wilt a little bit more in the oven when it's cooking. So that's fine, you don't have to cook it all the way down. Let's go ahead and get our sauce going. So the first thing we're gonna add into our high-speed blender or food processor are cashews. And you can either soak these overnight or you can boil them for like 10 minutes and strain them. So we're gonna add these. We're gonna add some non-dairy milk that is unsweetened. We're using organic oat milk. You can use any kind you like. We're also gonna add some lemon juice or lime juice. And if you have neither, you can use some apple cider. And lastly, we're gonna add in here some tapioca starch, some nutritional yeast, a little bit more sea salt, and black pepper. And if you don't have tapioca starch, then you can use like cornstarch or something. But I do recommend tapioca starch or tapioca flour. They're the same thing. And that's because it gives it more of a gooiness to this dip instead of the way cornstarch is. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and blend this up. Hi guys, so I'm switching to voiceover for this part. So we're gonna go ahead and pour in the blended mixture back into the pan, and then we're gonna pour in the rest of our vegan milk for this recipe. And the reason we don't do it all together is because the less liquid you have in the blender, the easier the cashews are gonna blend up really smoothly. Then we're gonna cook this on a medium-high heat for just a few minutes, stirring constantly until it gets thick and gooey like this. It looks so beautiful. And if you want this to be thicker, just use less vegan milk in your recipe, or if you want it thinner, then vice versa. Then we're gonna pour the cooked mixture into a pre-greased 9-inch pie pan, or you can use any kind of oven-safe dish that you have on hand. And then the last thing we're going to do is drizzle on a little bit of vegetable oil on top, and this is to make the crust look really pretty. And then we're going to bake this anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how dark you want the crust to be. And then it's going to look like this. Beautiful. Okay guys, our spinach dip is ready. And let us emphasize how easy it was to make this. You literally just cook a few things in the pan, and you add the spinach, and then you do the sauce with the cashews. You pour it together, cook it in the pan for a minute, throw it in the oven. That's it. It's so easy. It's like, by the way, you don't have to cook this. You can leave it out of the oven and just have it straight out the pan if you want. I really like how it is, like presentation wise, and it gets a little bit of a golden crust here, and that's why we put a little bit of oil on it before we put it in the oven, just to kind of like bring the crust to life. So I'm gonna go ahead and dig in. This has been sitting for some time. It's not steaming hot, and you can have this cold or hot. We love to serve it warm, straight out of the oven with chips or broccoli or something. Oh my gosh. Why is it
much easier to grab chips?
It is. I know, I just don't have it in front of me. Look at that. It's so good, and it's like the perfect thickness, for me at least. It's so good.
Let me try.
Mm.
Oh my god, let me try. You're so funny.
It's so good.
Oh my god.
That is so good, and this is so healthy. It's so delicious. It's so easy to make. I don't really know what else to say. You guys should really try this one out. We love this.
But what's amazing is it's so fast, and yet it's so developed. Such a deep flavor, and it's like really delicious.
Okay, I just want to show you guys the consistency really quickly so you can see how thick it is and decide if you want to have it less thick, and you can put less tapioca starch in there. I have all the information about that in the description as well. We hope you guys enjoy. Please subscribe and like the video, and have a great day. Bye.